crisis management as a game changer. People say that Maggie has come back stronger after the crisis. Why? Because of the second part. What did they do? They did not contest or challenge what was being told by the authorities. They took the path of least resistance by withdrawing the stocks from the market. So therefore they avoided any further controversy. Subsequently they got their stocks checked by other labs and was told that it is fine and they have come out. So we must understand what is the effect of crisis could be on the organization and its associated brands. For example, Kingfisher Airline. It's a brand which is gone. Right? And today the entire Kingfisher franchisee as a brand has been weakened because of the fiasco with the Kingfisher Airline. So, for brand crisis we must remember that we need to act, assess, accept. Maggie accepted. No point fighting at that point. It will only create more media and then either amend or abort. So these are the steps which are important for brand crisis. In context of ICA, there are a lot of these centers which are non-performing and we intend to replace them by better centers or we need to close them, right? We must follow this process so that when you close the center, the students cannot lead us to a brand crisis because the crisis with ICA the brand and not the franchise. Today is a franchise of ICA, tomorrow you may be somewhere else. So when we are closing centers, when we are taking tough action on our business associates, we must remember this brand crisis possibility in mind and therefore be proactive in whatever we are doing, right?
So this should be, access should be before action, right?
No, what this means is, action means when the crisis hits, we have to act immediately and then assess. That's one way of action. Another action is this, which is not a part of this, is which is all about
Crisis.
you have to foresee the crisis and then take certain actions based on certain assessments that you are doing. Okay? Alright. Alignment between leadership and brand identity may have gaps, which means, let's say Pankaj is the CEO of ICA retail vertical. So he is the leader of that team, right? Now the brand culture that or brand identity that you are trying to project for ICA and the way Pankaj thinks and believes have to be aligned. Therefore, what is the context? Pankaj is the CEO of the organization, but the business partner is the CEO of the franchisee network. So remember last time we were talking about that if that is where ICA, people know that is ICA, they don't know Pankaj Jain. Because to them the franchisee network, the franchisee outlet where they are coming to take an admission for ICA is ICA to them. So if that business partner's leadership is not aligned to the brand identity of our brand, we will never succeed. Do you realize that? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I? And how we are going to assess? 50% only agree that their leadership is aligned to brand, which means one half does not align. This is global circuit. 67% of marketers believe that senior leaders still don't fully appreciate the strategic role and potential of a brand. 2/3. And 48% of respondents believe their leadership team, HR, corporate communications and marketing departments all speak about the brand with one unified voice. Big challenge. Customer belongs to all. only 48% of the respondents said that within the organization, whether it's HR, whether it's marketing, whether it's corporate communication, whether it's leadership team, everybody speaks the same language about the brand. Which means 52% don't. So the brand belongs to the organization and not only to the marketing team. So unless everybody is aligned to that brand identity, we will not get the desired results. For example, an HR is recruiting a person, and depending on what we are trying to do for the brand, the recruitment process should be such that that person's aptitude and competencies are aligned to the requirement as per the brand identity.
Because all the slides that you showed, taking this into account,
Yeah.
if we take a stock of things, you see roughly whatever is being projected, whatever is being presented is roughly hovering between 50 to 60%.
Right.
Which means whatever is being projected, there is an equally weighty amount of the other side of the story. So
Which means that's the opportunity that you must look at. And this is global. So I am sure if you do this survey in India, the numbers will be much lower. Much lower. Right? So therefore, homogeneity amongst the organization in terms of perception about the brand may have scope of. Do you agree? The fact that these figures have been obtained demonstrate a positive effort to improve, which means a 50, 67, 48 are not small numbers. So there is a global effort towards improving the brands. So this is about brands. Any questions? Otherwise, we move to the next.
People like in the organization, the others, the people, they are not, kind of in sync with the organization goal or the brand perception. Is there any risk that the organization may not, reach to the desired destination?
100%. 100%. That is why the leadership has to be aligned. If the leadership aligned, hopefully everybody else will be aligned. It's like this move, very
We
simple.
hope the leadership is aligned, but the lower strata, they are not aligned. So what do you suggest? What should we do in that case?
Because you know why? The problem is we have never spoken to them in that manner. Let's say an accounts clerk or an accounts executive. Has he ever been spoken to about what we want from him from the customer's perspective?
No, sir, in some cases, in our cases also, we have seen they've spoken enough about it. But say for faculty and 15-day mission, they're not ready to align with it.
Right.
I mean, time to time they are having their resistance, showing resistance.
Which means that we have got the wrong people to work for.
Yes.
You go to a good restaurant chain, if you go to a mainland China chain, do you find that every person in all mainland restaurant China outlets are having a certain level of service orientation?